All right, I'm here behind the scenes as it gets. This is a production meeting room at Missoula, Montana. It's let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 perf rodeo, Extreme Bulls on Tuesday. So 5 performances. I'm here with announcer Roger Mooney. He's done the NFR and every big rodeo you can imagine. So he's got a unique system. I'll show you way more about it. He gave me one of these in a minute. We'll explain, but he's in the arena. He's not horseback anymore. He's on foot. So he has to have all of his notes. He doesn't have a stat screen. He doesn't have someone talking in his ear. He does all this ahead of time. And it's really a unique system. So let's go inside Roger's head.
After team rope and our sponsor flags end with Captain Morgan. Check. Check. Dun, 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 dun. They told me this crayons and construction paper would never work out in my life. I showed them. Sponsors change every night. We just pull out another card and keep on clicking. We take care of 2 more sponsors. Flag run ends in Boot Barn. That checks. Most rodeos have a panel of sponsors, and that's what you use, whether it's 2 perfs or 5 or 10. This rodeo, sponsor flags change every night. So every night you've got to do what it takes to do the job. So after I set up my note cards, I just pull off last night, slip in what goes in tonight, use an extra sheet to mark off stuff so you don't miss anybody. You do tie down roping, and then you go to the next sponsor flags that ends in Republic Services. Check.
So right now, I noticed you already showed me a little bit, but you're stapling your sponsors to your note cards. Now, would you make new note cards every single rodeo?
Usually what I do, if the order of the events change, I pull them apart and put it in the order. The main thing you know about my note cards, doing this rodeo with notes is just like reading a book. When you turn the next page, something different's happening. Whether you're going to the next page, next chapter, you're heading towards the end. Rodeo in my book is the same way. If the first card's a bareback, second card is walk and talk with your rodeo clown and whatever you're going to do. Sponsor flags fly. The next card is steer wrestling. So it's just like reading a book from left to right. You're working towards the end to happy trails, and that's the way I set up every set of cards I have. All right, so you do sponsor flags. You're going to run to breakaway, checking off breakaway. Then we're going to do a Montana knife giveaway. We're going to do some Murdoch t-shirts. People love a 90-point bull ride. They'll kill you for a free t-shirt. And then after that,
I'm going to give them a knife so they have a tool.
Yeah, everybody needs a weapon.
How many different colors of highlighters do you keep? Is it always we got pink, purple, yellow, green, blue?
I just grabbed a handful out right there. I got the colors of chameleon and the rainbow and 2 or 3 other things. I wear out several hundred highlighters every year, but they kind of keep me in check, and they show me where and what I need to be doing, and can't make it without my highlighters.
So as a rodeo clown, I would be making a giant mistake if I didn't ask you which one smells the best.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay, Carly Reeves is out.
Carly
Number 10.
Reeves. Okay, never even had nothing but Reeves.
Jack Zinn,
Jack Zinn.
new Mutton Buster number 10.
And he is from Missoula as well. We're showing 10. My go Grace, Ada, Rogan, Mason, John, Jordy, Jude, Bridger, Lincoln. And then Jack.
Correct.
Okay, we're good.
All right, so Roger has given me this from last night. It was raining and muddy, so you see there's mud all over it. But I'll try to zoom in where we can see it really good. Let's start with Zeke Thurston. I see 2.8, 4 times, 10 times, 3 times, NPR, August. I don't know. Tell me what's going on. Zeke Thurston, Big Valley, Alberta. and
Okay,
Missoula.
whenever you work for 2.5 hours in front of a crowd and you've got just tons of information, you have to figure your own system on how to shorten it, put it in layman's terms, to have cliff notes that you can look at something and it turn into a complete story. And, whether you call it cave dwelling hieroglyphics or whatever you want to call it, you have to do a system that works for you. What I do is anytime you see a square on my day sheets, it's a world or an NFR. If you see a circle, it is a circuit. And if you see a cloud, it's a world title. So if you take Zeke here, you just said 2.8, very simple. He's won $2.8 million, 8 seconds at a time. This 30-year-old cowboy is a 4-time world champion. It's in a cloud. He's been to the NFR 10 times. It's in a square. He's ranked number 4 in the world standings coming into Missoula tonight. And from the Wild Rose province of Alberta, this cowboy had 88.5 points in, is that Houston?
I'm blocking him with the camera. Yeah,
Nashville, Tennessee, he rung the bell. His dad was an NFR star, so that makes him a second-generation NFR superstar. And with a big ride of 89 in San Antonio, you see 2 other numbers here. 5-10 in a parentheses to me means he won money 5 out of 10 rounds at the NFR the last time he was in town. Last year was a record. He rung the bell with 362,000 over 151. To me, means he won 151,000 at the national finals when he was in Las Vegas in 2024. And that's just the story on that one guy that's on our day sheet. Like we talked earlier, when I set up my cards, I nail them down, and when my sponsors are all color-coded. On a day sheet, I'll highlight every other guy, and that way when I write information in, if it's in a yellow one, it's Zeke Thurston. If it's in plain white, it's Dawson Hay. Colby Wanchuk up next, he's in yellow. So if the stats fall in a yellow or a blank, I know who they go with according to. As far as my day sheet goes, my cards, I'm going to show you the back. That'll make you, cross-eyed as termite in a yo-yo. When you look at the front of my card, top right-hand corner every time is how old the rodeo is. Up top, where we're at, the title sponsor, the performance sponsor, instant replay sponsor, and my dealership is always in the bottom right-hand corner every time I do a rodeo. So if this rodeo's been going since 1915, it's in the top right-hand, Missoula Chevrolet, and then when you flip it over, wouldn't you know it, the bottom right-hand corner is your Chevrolet dealership. Whether it's a dealership of any denomination is always in the bottom right-hand corner of the front and back of my card. So no matter where I'm at, I can flip it over while I'm in mid-sentence and know that your one price shopping spot is Missoula Chevrolet. And I know the dealers' names: Brad, Janelle, Terry, Loganelle, thank you, MissoulaChevrolet.com. And you get all the information, of course, from the committee. But as you do this rodeo, how I do it is like, after my cover sheet, I always put in a blank, and that's for the specials each night. Tonight, John Murdoch's legacy lives on through Murdoch's Ranch and Home. Parade of Champions happens. The Champion Hideout guest star, the Dirty Dozen, the Dusty Dozen, the Barn Dance, the Party After the Party's 406. And then the rest of this rodeo.
So 406 is the band play.
That's exactly right, at
All
the
right.
community stage. So before I go back through the perf, we're going to go back here. And the way I do it is, if it's in red, they're high dollars. They're 5 to 10 mentions a night. If they're in blue, they're 3s or 5s. Then purple, green, and the other colors I use, according to how I highlight them, will tell me how many times a night I say their name. So it's a system, and it's 42 years old for me, but it's a system that helps me keep up, because like I was just doing Sydney, Iowa, 5 days ago, and I'll be in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Wisconsin in the next 3 days. So, things change a lot, so you have to train yourself by repetition, just like a horse. But you know that, Cowboy Channel, here it's in purple, they got 4 mentions. 4 times a night I'll say, hey, if you're tuning in on the Cowboy Channel, that's Matt, your rodeo clown in Missoula. Special announcements from the FFA and 4-H sale. It happens 8 a.m. on Saturday. Free admission because our sponsors pay for it. The county commissioners, their 3 names are there. Bars at both ends of grandstands. And I set up every rodeo the same way, so I never have to wonder where the information is. I always know where it's at.
So I want to test you then.
Okay.
All right, close the book, flip your thumb through it, open a page, and then just tell me what you see like you're announcing the rodeo. We're here in that part of the show. Let's go.
All right, I just opened it up to saddle bronc riding. Captain Morgan, the official spiced rum of Missoula, Montana, brings us to the Cornerstone event. Your first cowboy is Jesse Cruz. He's a 3-time national finalist, but he's a 2009 world champion cowboy. He's won $725,000. He's 38 years old. He's not getting older, he's getting better. The man from Bridger, Montana, owns the state of Montana, Augusta, Big Fork, Cascade,
Where are we
Miles
reading
City.
that? I want to see. Where are you at?
We're all here.
On Jesse Cruz. You just
all
picked
that
it.
that's where my thumb hit, so that's
Yeah.
what I started saying. So I've wrote down what he is, what he's done lately. Have No Fears, his bucking horse from Survey Championship Rodeo. Go to the judges, go to the score sheets, go to the big screen, and it's a 2.5 hour story, and you just read them a story, and it comes out this book. Good committee people like Miss Billy here gives us the information before we ever start. When everybody else goes to sleep or goes have fun at the bar, I put on my t-shirt and sweat shorts, and I go to work, and the next day I'm ready to do a rodeo.
I'm just saying it weighs.
Show them your big stapler.
How much does that weigh? That's 2 pounds of
I
paper.
have the mother of all staplers, and that's just to put the book together. That's the
And you
only thing
carry that with
I
you?
carry it with me just to put the book together. Because, this rodeo, some would say, boy, there's a lot of sponsors. Well, Kennewick and Ogden, Utah both have $1 million in sponsors, over $1 million, beside the announcements and stuff. So, I mean, it is truly an Encyclopedia Britannica. But it's just a system, that's all it is. But it's worked for me, and I'm an old dog, so I've trained myself that way.
My whole deal behind these YouTube videos is showing people behind the scenes, and if it's interesting to me, and I've been doing it 26 years, people gotta like this. It's just cool. I mean,
There's been several other announcers come to me and say, show me.
Yeah.
And, I've done that. There's people call and say, how do you do this? We've got this military guy tonight. How did you do that year at the national finals or whatever? And I mean, I think we all ought to help each other if we can.
Amen.
So it's not really, what would you call this? This is not intellectual property. This is community property.
Okay, fair enough. The American Express.